episode, I'm going to recap on the 4 C's and their certificate. There are a lot of labs around the world that issues diamond certificates. There's GIA, which is the Gemological Institute of America. IGI, International Gemological Institute. AGS, American Gem Society. EGL, European Gemological Laboratory, just to name a few. Most of you have probably heard of GIA. It is the largest, reputable, and most trusted lab. I always buy and sell diamonds with a GIA certificate. This is how a GIA certificate looks like. You have a full certificate if it's 1 carat or above.
I'm an expert with 4 C's now. So, there's a carat, the color, the clarity. Where's the 4th C?
This is a GIA natural diamond grading report. So first you have the date, which is when the certificate is issued. So now you have the first C, which is the cutting style. So that's the cut. So this is a round brilliant cut. You can get this recap on episode 12 on cut. Then you have the other C's, which is the carat weight. It's a 1.01 carat. The color grade, it's a F. On the right, you can see the GIA color scale, which goes from D to Z. When you move down the color scale, it becomes more yellow or brown. You can get this recap on episode 13 on color. Moving down, you can see clarity grade is next. In this case, it's an SI1. On the right hand side, you can see the GIA clarity scale. It goes from flawless, internally flawless, very, very slightly included, very slightly included, slightly included, and included. There's no blemishes or inclusions in flawless, and once you move down the scale, it becomes more and more included. You can find more information on clarity on episode 14. Next, we have a cut grade. Please be reminded that round brilliant cuts are the only ones that have a cut grade. Any other cuts besides a round is called a fancy cut, and they don't have a cut grade. So for round brilliant cuts, if you look at the GIA cut scale, it goes from excellent, very good, good, very poor. I highly recommend to only get excellent cut for round brilliant cuts because it has the most light of return and appears more sparkly.
So there's the 4 C's.
In the additional grading information, you can see polish and symmetry also goes from excellent to poor. Polish and symmetry is not as important as the cut grade, but it is still good to have an excellent grading to have the most sparkly effect. Next, we have the fluorescence, and in this case it's none, which means it doesn't glow under the UV light. Sometimes diamonds will glow under the UV light and it will be graded from weak to strong. If the diamond is inscribed with the GIA number, it will show here. Underneath, you can see comments, which means it won't be plotted on the diagram. On the middle section, you have the proportion and the clarity characteristics, where graders will plot the inclusions on the diagram. All the plotting is done in color, but it does not mean that it is this color on the diamond. This is just a key for you to look at. Please like and subscribe, and see you next week.